Tom Cruise in the MCU. Something to think about. What's up, universe, and welcome back to the web's first must-see comic and nerd culture show. Welcome to Comic Universe, guys. I'm one of your hosts, as always, C-Dubs, and I'm riding solo on this video. And guys, there's some Wolverine news going around town that, with Wolverine being my favorite all-time comic book character, I just had to put my 2 cents and kind of maybe spark a conversation in the comments, if you will. So, I am a humongous fan of Kevin Smith, and I understand he has his fair share of haters, and I also, on my end, sometimes think he's just a little too soft or naive to some things, if you will. And that's quite alright, but I'm a huge fan of his movies. I love him. I've been to his comic book store. He's just a genuinely nice guy for the most part. From everything that I've seen from him and heard from him, and friends of mine that have met him, I've unfortunately have yet to meet him. I did meet Jay. Jay's pretty cool, but Kevin Smith is a pretty all-around good guy, and he does know his comic books. He is a fellow geek, if you will. So last week, he on his podcast, Fatman with Batman, and currently now being reported by comicbook.com, as well as a couple of other sources, during just general conversation, they got on the topic of Tom Cruise and talking about Mission Impossible, Fallout, and whatnot, and how he had mentioned that he wishes that Tom Cruise was a part of the MCU. And he went on to spit off a slew of characters that he thinks Tom Cruise could actually play and play well. Professor X, he's a good enough actor. I think he could pull it off. William Stryker, yeah, definitely, of course. There's no big deal there. I think he could definitely do it, but I think that would be a little bit of a small role for such a high-profile actor. And then he got onto the topic of Wolverine, Logan, James Howlett, if you will. And he goes on to say, he's like, Tom Cruise as Wolverine, $1 billion right off the bat. And, a part of me has to agree with that statement because there's without a shadow of a doubt that Tom Cruise is an A-list celebrity. He is top echelon of actors. Has he had his fair share of flops? The Mummy? Sure. Okay, but the guy has shown time and time again, especially with Fallout, this dude knows what he's doing. And if you've ever seen The Last Samurai, which is my favorite Tom Cruise movie, the dude's amazing. Like, he can act, okay? Forget about his personal life and his religion. The dude can act. And in the role of Wolverine, I think he could pull it off in terms of acting. I personally think he's just a little too old for the role. I assume they would want to get someone that's a little younger. They don't necessarily have to portray Wolverine as younger. They just might want to get somebody a little younger so that he could stay with the character a little longer. Robert Downey Jr., he wasn't a spring chicken when he got casted in the role of Iron Man, and look what he's done. So, anything is possible. Now, personally, I've always thought that if Robert Downey Jr. left the role as Iron Man, that Tom Cruise would make a good Tony Stark, a good Iron Man, if you will. A good enough actor, he's clean cut enough to where he can kind of pull it off. I always thought, he's not like nobody could ever replace Robert Downey, I don't think. But if you're going to get somebody else, I think Tom Cruise would be a safe bet. But in the case of Wolverine, I think he could do it. I just think he'd be a little too old, personally speaking. Also, on the flip side, though, at least they would finally get the height about right. That's one pet peeve. Me and I'm sure most actual real Wolverine fans have always had. And, no disrespect to Hugh Jackman, who played the role the best with what he was given. But just being, completely transparent with you, universe, though I am a fan of Hugh Jackman, I've never really been that big of a fan of his Wolverine. And again, it's not him, it's just the source material that he was given. I've never really cared much for any of his movies, and yes, that includes Logan. It was just okay at best, in my opinion. But, that's just my 2 cents. I know most people, liked it, and that's fine. I didn't hate the movie. It was fine. But again, Tom Cruise is Wolverine. Universe, I need to know what you guys think. Do you think that he could pull it off? Do you think that it would be a good choice? Do you have a better choice? Me, you know, I think I'm actually going to reserve for who I say who I would really want for the role, because I do plan on doing a fan cast for the X-Men. You know, just basically going off and spitting off who I think would be perfect in those roles. So I'll do another video where we could actually talk about who I want. But what do you guys want? Do you think he could do it? Do you like the idea of Tom Cruise in the role as Logan? Me personally, again, there's parts of it that I can see, but I hope this isn't real. I mean, I know it's not real. It was just him with hearsay, but you never know. When you speak it out there into existence, it can find a way of getting traction, and Lord knows there could be a way. But I do agree, though, if he did play the role, it would make a ton of money. I have no doubt about that. I honestly, just Wolverine back at home with Marvel, I think that's going to make a ton of money regardless of who plays you know, in the role, to be honest with you guys. All right, guys. So shout off in the comments below. Go ahead and like this video if you like what we're doing. Hulk smash the hell out of it, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. And guys, don't forget to click that bell if you want to be a part of the universe. That's the only way you're going to know whenever we drop a video, guys. And until next time, I'm C-Dubs, and I'll see you in the universe. Peace.